First things first, I'ma say all the words inside my head. I'm fired up and tired of the way that things have been. Oh, ooh, the way that things have been. Oh, ooh.
So I used to really like this guy who said, and I quote, "The only thing I'm into are nice bodies." And I didn't have a very nice body at the time, but I worked really hard and I got one, and I went to go show it off to him. And then he started screaming and saying things like, "Get away from me, you're a murderer. How did you carry this human being all by yourself?" And as he was doing what some might call escaping, he turned to me and he said, "This is the last time you're gonna see me. What do you have to say for yourself?" And I looked at him and I said, "Do you remember that you said bodies plural?" Because I don't think you're gonna like what comes next.
I love black lipstick. I think it's daring, it's bold, but there's a way that it can be really, really beautiful. It's one of those colors that people get shy away from a lot, but if you do the right balance of makeup, I think black is such a beautiful color. It could be the new red, really.
I would have stayed at home, 'cause I was doing better alone. But when you said no, I knew that was the end of it all. I should have stayed.
Il paraît que t'es doué, il paraît que t'es un artiste. Alors vas-y, montre-nous l'étendue de ton talent. L'œuvre que tu préfères, est-ce que t'en es fier? Une trop sous-cotée qu'ils n'ont pas calculée, puis une surcotée, genre t'as pas pigé. Une qui a cartonné, t'aurais pas imaginé. Une qui t'a pris du temps, t'en voyais pas la fin. Une qui date d'il y a longtemps, t'en as fait du chemin. Une qui est chère à ton cœur.
A little girl made me cry last night. So the coffee shop that I work at also has ice cream. And so this lady had brought in her granddaughter to get ice cream. This little girl's probably about 4 or 5 years old. And she asked for ice cream with sprinkles. And so I absolutely loaded it with sprinkles because she's a kid and I have a heart. And the entire time this girl's eating her ice cream, she just keeps glancing at me. And right before they're about to leave, the grandmother brings her up and says, "Okay, tell her what you wanted to tell her." The little girl looks up at me and goes, "I think you're a princess." And the grandmother goes, "Tell her why you think that." And the little girl looks up at me and goes, "Because you remind me of sunshine."
My mom would blame me for things that happened on the news. That is true. I woke up one morning when I was a kid and my mom was standing over my bed and she said, "I just heard that Princess Diana and her lover, Dodi Al-Fayed, have been killed in Paris, like I had something to do with it." I was like, "Mom, I have been here all night. You can feel the TV, it's warm." Luckily, I had a good alibi since I was in Wisconsin and 12.
1, 2, 3, 4. I think I'm losing my mind.
Finally meet.
Nah, he don't shake hands.
Hey, Jay, on behalf of everybody, welcome back. I wanted to come by and personally say thank you. You making me good money, making you good money.
Are you sweet talking me? I love this guy. He's so intense.
You're a lucky man. Got a bad bitch.
Oh, there she is. The fire in my loins. the itch in my crotch. Oh, the infamous Harley Quinn.
I don't want no beef.
You want no beef? You don't want no beef? You don't want no beef?
This is your lady.
Look, are you enjoying yourself?
Oh, that's your lady, Joker.
That's right.
Yeah. Yo, Jay.
People think I'm obsessed with this, but I'm okay with it. I am obsessed with it. And I think this is an obsession that doesn't hurt anyone.
I like girls who like girls.
Yeah. I like girls who like girls.
Hola, yo soy Dani y soy maquilladora. A veces me da por hacer locuras como esta, así que si les aparezco por ti, porfa apóyenme, denme un like, lo agradecería mucho.
This is why you should always watch videos to the end. In 2003, a woman came home to her apartment to see that her door was unlocked. She went inside, nothing was missing, so she assumed she must have left it open. When it happened a few more times, but still nothing was missing in her apartment, she went out and got a camera, set it up in her apartment aimed at the front door. The next day, her door was unlocked, so she reviewed the footage. She watches in horror as late in the night, her front door opens and in walks this tall, creepy man who looks around and then walks towards her bedroom off camera. She immediately sprints out of her apartment and calls the police, who show up and tell her to go back in her apartment and just try to stay calm, and that they would put an officer right outside her door so she's safe. As she's sitting on the bed, totally traumatized, she realizes something. She only saw him enter her apartment on that video. She doesn't know if he actually left. As she's sitting there, she feels breathing on her ankles. She runs out, the cop comes in, and he finds the tall, creepy man under the bed holding a knife and a camera.
Hi. I graduated from high school about 5 years ago, and I used to wear makeup every single day. And I didn't wear as much makeup as I do now, but it still took me like a half hour every single morning. And it was still more than what the average girl at my high school would wear on a daily basis. So it still seemed like a hell of a lot of makeup to everyone else. They really should see me now. Anyway, I had a lot of classes with this kid named Dylan. Dylan, if you're ever watching this, fuck you, Dylan. One day while we were sitting in Algebra 2, Dylan turns to me and he says, "Do you want to know the quickest way to lose 10 pounds? I ask him how. He says, "Take off all that makeup." So I guess what I'm trying to say is, if you're going to comment on my TikToks and say I wear a lot of makeup or that I'm cake-faced, you're going to want to get more creative. Because I have heard it all before. And clearly, nothing anyone has said to me has made me want to wear less makeup.
Who makes the summer sunshine bright? That's right, Persephone. Who makes the fruit of the vine get ripe? Persephone. That's me. Who makes the flowers bloom again in spite of a man? You do. Look at you, strawberry cow. You make me go wow. I love it when you mew my name. Can't you hear the bumblebees swarm? I'm watching your horns. I love it when you look my way.
Oh, we just terrified.
We gonna be a catfish today. And I mean all day. Our foundation's not gonna turn orange. It's not gonna cause more acne. And it's not full of ick. Let's get it. Take your sponge and foundation. Do half twist. Do some twisties on your face. Make sure you get your nasties. And you blend. Dab, 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 dab. Dab! Then you add concealer. Just 2 dabs. Cover your sins. The only bags you should have are designers, friends. Make sure it's waterproof because you sweat like a snowman in Florida and you're going to cry your eyes out later because your kids are going to drive you nuts. Throw some brows on to scare away your enemies. Let's look skinnier than we are. Blush and bronze. Ooh, get your eyes in check. This is all I could get done because my little humans hate me. Only time for gloss. Still look sexy though. I'm feeling slightly depressed today. Let's cover that up. We don't talk about our feelings here. Start with your angry brows. Make sure you're unapproachable. Seriously, nobody talk to me. Get a palette that reflects your mood. I'm feeling blue and I'm out for blood today. Oh yes, I look mentally unstable. Attempt to cut it out. Look to the gods for help because only he can help ya. Oh yes, the Lord always knows. Stay sharp as attack. These are my weapons. Get rid of Lord Voldemort and his Death Eaters. Avada Kedavra. Summon Casper because you refuse to go outside. Do a dabber doodle. Pretend like you haven't been crying. Make sure it's waterproof because you're going to cry again. Pretend like you haven't been eating your feelings. Your lashes touch the heavens. Let's be real, we all need Jesus. Pay close attention to your mouth so when you get mouthy, people won't really notice. Blind the haters that don't understand you. And the most important thing to remember through all of this, it is okay to not be okay. You can talk about your feelings. Now go slay.
1, 2, 3, 4. I think I'm losing my mind.
Why don't you say so? Didn't even notice. No punches that to roll with. You got to keep me focused. You wanna say so?
Top 5 things that every makeup lover didn't know they needed. These nail brushes are a staple in my collection because they're perfect for eyeliner and they even come with a dotting tool in the end. These tidy tips are great for beginners who want to cut their crease. You already know that I do not live without these rhinestones, and they're from Amazon. And of course, Inglot Duraline, which makes basically anything into a liquid. And lastly, we have these lashes from Dye Silk on Amazon. They were literally $15 for the whole thing.
I did. What you gonna do about it? Nothing.
The difference between best friends and regular friends. If you fall as your friend, I will help you up and then I might, giggle or something. But as your best friend, if you fall, I am going to be crying laughing. And once I finish laughing, then I'll help you get up. Friends ask you to come over. Best friends just... Hey, yo, I know you in there. Best friends can get away with a lot more than regular friends can. For instance, if I'm eating something and, I'm about to finish it and it's like the last bite and my best friend goes and it falls out my hand, I'm gonna laugh. But now if my friend does that, I might just kill you. With friends, you have to keep in contact with them. You have to talk to them pretty consistently to keep the friendship going. With your best friend, y'all can go like 3 months with no conversation and then start talking again and it's like you never stop talking. And lastly,
Hope you guys liked this video and found it helpful. If you did, make sure you give it a thumbs up and subscribe to this channel. It does help support us, and let's know what videos you guys want to see.